The Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League is proudly brought to you by Hockey New Zealand in association with Sentinel Homes, Vantage Windows and Doors, Computer Concepts Limited, Sky Sport, your home for hockey, and Sport New Zealand. The Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League, live.
Hello again and welcome to the Gallagher Hockey Centre here in Hamilton for coverage of the 2020 Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League, live on Sky Sport Next. It's a pleasure to be with you today on Women's Match Day 3, and this is the last game of the first round of matches, and it's going to feature the Hauraki Mavericks from the middle upper part of the North Island against the southern part of the North Island, the Central Falcons. 19 Vantage Black Sticks players in action in this game today. So high quality players all going against each other, and it's going to be a wonderful clash between two teams who are both very good. Let's have a look at the Hauraki Mavericks team for this clash today, and they're pretty much at full strength except for one player, Rose Cadell, number 17, who's played numerous games for the Black Sticks. She's not playing in this clash today. She's been recovering from a hamstring injury and has been rested from this clash. The other player not playing today, number 20, Tori Robinson. And in the Central Falcons team, after missing yesterday's game, their captain, Kayla Whitelock, is back today and has taken the captain's armband. Casey Crowley, number 5, is missing from this clash, and Holly Pearson is actually not going to be playing any games, it seems, for the Central Falcons due to a hip injury. Other than that, they're looking pretty good, the Central Falcons team, for this clash. They come into this game, the Falcons, as a 1 win and a draw, so they're unbeaten. They beat the Alpiners in round 1, 4-1. They drew with the Tridents yesterday, 2 goals all, but lost that extra competition point when they lost the penalty shootout. And the Mavericks come into this clash with a loss in their first game, slow starters, 5-0 against the Alpiners, against the Tridents, but they bounced back nicely after trailing 2-0 at halftime against the Alpiners in round 2 to win that game by 3-2. It's a great pleasure to have Sam Charlton in the commentary box with me again for this clash today, and I get the feeling, Sam, the Mavericks, after a slow start, they kind of flicked the switch after half-time in that second round yesterday, and I think they're on the rise. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this contest. I think the Mavericks are a team that haven't quite hit their straps yet. Obviously, like you said, got off to a bit of a slow start, but built well yesterday, and then you've got the Central Falcons, who have had a pretty strong team from the start. So, yeah, really looking forward to the contest today. Kayla Whitelock wearing 4, laying down the law there for the Central Falcons. Steady game from her in the first match. And Falcons did well without her yesterday, actually, in round number 2, I thought, to stay right with the Tridents in that particular clash. So we'll have a look at some of these players as they get introduced to the crowd ahead of this match, which is not far from starting. And again, we have glorious conditions for this match today. Just a breeze coming in from the west, no threat of rain, and it's lovely and warm. Temperatures in the early 20s here in Hamilton, just perfect conditions for some high-skilled hockey with some of the best players in New Zealand on display. Remember, they're all chasing spots in the Vantage Black Sticks national squad, which is going to be named at the conclusion of this tournament. And of course, that's the first squad as they build towards the Olympic Games in Tokyo next year. Here are the umpires for the game, Lani Jackman and Kirsten Stuckey. And now we're going to get a good look at these players. We're going to have a look at the Hauraki Mavericks team, made up primarily of players from Auckland, Waikato, Bay of Plenty. Grace O'Hanlon, number 2 here, 61 games for New Zealand, one of 10 Black Sticks players, including Liz Thompson, who's captaining the team today, 187 games for New Zealand. Other key players, Julia King just running out a shot there. She is had a good solid match in yesterday's clash. Other players to have played for New Zealand: Maddie Dow, Taylor White, Alia Jakes and Kim Tanner in the defence, and of course Lulu Tuilu Talava is going to play in the attacking midfield role that we've seen her, and Taryn Davey too, and Amy Robinson up front. That's the good thing about the Hauraki Mavericks team too, Sam, is that they've got players all through their squad and all positions covered.
Yeah, they've got those defenders, attackers and midfielders that have had that Black Six experience, so I look forward to see them trying to combine that today and sort of link it all together for a fuller performance. Now
we get to the Central Falcons. Georgia Barnett, one of 9 Black Sticks players. Kayla Whitelock coming on to play. All other players to have played for New Zealand in this lineup: Caitlin Cotter up front, the 18-year-old. In fact, she's 19 now. She turned 19 yesterday. Megan Hull, 31 games for New Zealand. Very experienced defender. Other players, exciting players: Olivia Shannon and Hope Ralph. I know you're excited about those 2 players coming through, Sam.
Yeah, we've seen some really great connections from them over the last 2 games, and I expect today will be no different, and they'll probably really benefit from having someone like Kayla back in, just feeding them that ball through. So yeah, really looking forward to watching them out there today.
Yes, indeed. And Felicity Reedy is another who's played for New Zealand, and looking forward to seeing Kelsey Smith continue her recovery, wearing 21, the last player to come on there for the Central Falcons, Kelsey Smith. And there are the 2 coaches, Mark Borges from the Mavericks and Darren Smith from the Central Falcons. Good to see Darren Smith coaching this women's team. We'll be back for the start of the contest right after this.
A new home is one of life's great adventures. Sentinel will help you enjoy the journey. Sentinel Homes. Design, build, enjoy.
How about that? Shake, rattle, roll.
All set for a start in this hockey contest between the Central Falcons. They're in the black and the gold up against the Mavericks. They are in the orange and black. And here come the Falcons straight away through Michaela Curtis. Goal scorer yesterday. She had a terrific game against the Tridents. And there's going to be some really good matchups through this contest, Sam Charlton.
Yeah, absolutely. Michaela put on a really nice finish on that goal yesterday, and she's someone really nuggety with great tight skills, so she'll certainly test out those Mavericks defenders.
Yes, Curtis. And Ali Hunt comes away with the ball now for the Mavericks. Rebounds off the stick there of Cotter, and the Mavericks can come away. So they've had a win and a loss, and goal scorers so far are Julia King, Ellie Hunt and Alia Jakes. It's Thompson. They'll keep possession, that ball ricocheting off Hope Ralph's stick. And Thompson goes back to Kim Tanner. Good contest for the ball there, and that's Roberts up quite high out of her defensive position for the Central Falcons. King striking the ball and winning another free hit. Real busy player, Julia King.
Yeah, she's someone who gets involved, particularly in the middle of the field, so it'll be great to see her kind of float into some of those more attacking positions today and see if she can create more up front.
Yeah, she plays with wonderful energy, as does Hope Ralph, who's coming away with the ball here now. She's combined beautifully with Olivia Shannon, who's on the ball and has great stick work. Kim Tanner, though, with the tackle, and she's done really well there, Kim Tanner.
Yeah, great tackle from Kim. Not surprising we see that little connection from Hope and Olivia early on. I think we can expect to see that throughout the match. They're two players that combine really well together.
Yeah, terrific young talent for New Zealand coming through. Olivia Shannon, 19 years old, and Hope Ralph, 20. Waka Roberts feeding it across to Ruby Logan. So yes, we've got some good talent on display here, and the Mavericks, as we touched on earlier, 3-2 yesterday. Great comeback.
Yeah, probably a team that haven't quite hit their straps yet. I think we can expect to see them continue to build as the tournament goes on.
Now here's an opportunity for Amy Robinson, feeding her teammate Jakes. Back to Robinson, penalty corner. That was a great attack down the right by the Mavericks.
Yeah, lovely play there. Mavericks just outnumbering those Falcons defenders, and Amy Robinson and Alia Jacques just combining well. Great patience from Amy just to win a corner there as she entered the circle. Couldn't quite get the shot away, so next best option.
Now they've had I recall yesterday, Ellie Hunt scoring from a penalty corner yesterday for the Mavericks.
Yeah, they're a team that have used a few different variations. We've seen the little drop behind for Julia King to hit it on a reverse as well. Unlike the Tridents, the Mavericks don't have that typical sort of drag flicker, so they do need to rely on some of those hidden sweep passes and a few variations. So we'll see what they've got conjured up for us today.
Amy Robinson going over to take the penalty corner for the Mavericks. Hunt and King lurking. And it's going to be Hunt to have a crack. And it's saved by the keeper. It's still not cleared, though. Falcons desperate to get rid of it, and they have.
Yeah, Megan Hull doing really well there to come across the keeper and clear it off her pads.
And here come the Falcons transitioning into attack now. And that's a bit unfortunate. Good play from Liz Thompson there.
Yeah, she's great at timing those tackles. Pretty crucial ones that, attackers running pretty quickly at her, and she's just got that nice timing. She makes a nice solid tackle and just really shuts down that attack quite early on.
Well, you guys rack up the caps, don't you, for New Zealand? Liz Thompson, still only 25, 187 games.
Yeah, and to be fair, Liz is probably someone who's sustained her fair share of injuries as well. So of those 187, she's probably missed a number more as well. So, yeah, she's pretty experienced for someone of her age, a real asset to the team.
Well, the Falcons get the ball with the shot going wide. Whitelock just slotting into that position just above the defensive line. Gives her the opportunity to really see everything. And Cotter will win the free hit. And here goes Caitlin Cotter. And where will that fall to the ground? All sorts of... It's like being in a pinball machine there.
Tough little situation, but Taryn Davies dealt with it quite well. Brought the ball down and controlled it quite nicely.
Mavericks go aerial. Well, that's gone over Cotter's stick, but no Mavericks player there to grab it. That's well won in midfield. Robinson waits to the right. Didn't get the ball though, and Hull came away with it. Cotter. Yeah, forward, and Curtis couldn't get that one.
Tough player to get past Megan Hull. We can expect to see her make some pretty crucial tackles in the middle of the field there.
King again. you're just joining us, earlier it was a win to the Tridents in the first game today by 4-1 over the Alpiners. They came back from 1-0 down to win 4-1. Free hit goes against Tuilotalava. And here come the Falcons through Kelsey Smith. Or is that Rebecca Baker out there? I think it might be Baker. It is Baker. Pretty interesting player. Another youngster in this Falcons lineup. Some good young players in this Falcons team.
Yeah, they've got a lot of youth, but a lot of talent as well. And then add the experience of someone like Kayla Whitelock in there. It makes for a pretty solid side.
It's a nice steal by Tuilotalava. Needed to be made too, because there's a chance for the Falcons on that left side. Tanner. This is Liz Thompson. And now Zylstra. Davey finds Thompson, who loves to come forward. Liz Thompson. But she's double teamed there, but she's still won the free hit.
Yeah, strong ball carrier Liz Thompson. She's pretty lethal when she moves through the field like that. So the Falcons will need to look to not give her too much space to run through.
Yeah, Thompson captaining the team today. This team have co-captains like a couple of others. Mary Ann Davies, for instance, sharing the captaincy for the Alpiners. Now this is Hunt. Marlowe for the Mavericks. Two number 15s there with Felicity Reedy and Amelia Marlowe. Tuilotalava and Thompson. Just needs to get the wheels on just a tad there to get that one. Hull. It's been turned over and the Falcons can come away. Well, just one penalty corner in the game so far to the Mavericks. Kayla Whitelock. Roberts. Whitelock always plays with her head up, and it's a good pass into Kelly.
Yeah, great little turn from Kayla there. She's really fantastic at, she'll only have a couple of steps of space, but still able to receive the ball with that nice flow forward, that vision up, and able to make that pass going forward. So she's a pretty tough player to shut down. Can't give her any space at all.
Yeah, she must be great to play with.
Yeah, you learn a lot from her, that's for sure. Yeah, wealth of knowledge Kayla is.
Yeah, and still keen to get to another Olympics next year. She's aiming for her 5th Olympics, which is incredible in a sport like hockey, Sam.
Oh, it's massively impressive, considering she's had her 2 children and still out there, physically and mentally at her best. So, yeah, it's pretty fantastic to have a role model like her around New Zealand hockey.
Oh, this is looking dangerous for the Central Falcons. What a roll-on the Mavericks got there. There's some great attack down the left. Some wonderful work from King and another penalty corner.
You can just see when teams start to combine more than 2 or 3 passes together, they are able to create those opportunities. So you can see the Mavericks, they had a couple of patches of play where they're trying to build those passes together, and then when they're able to do so, results in that nice attacking opportunity and winning a PC.
So second penalty corner of the game. So again, Hunt King. Jakes and Woods. It's going to be Woods who'll trap it. And there's Hunt again with the shot deflected, and it's going to be a Falcons ball. A ball lifted in the area.
Yeah, I think that's just hit Hope Ralph somewhere there. Again, she's a pretty nuggety player, and like I said, the last game first runners expect to be hit, so nothing she wouldn't have expected. Put her body on the line and she's done her job.
Well, Falcons, I guess when you repel penalty corners like that, Sam, you can, give yourself a little fist pump and
Yeah, absolutely. I quite enjoy defensive penalty corners, even though you get hit and thrown around the place. When you defend one, especially when the attacking team has 8 players and you've only got 4, you know you've done pretty well. So, yeah, it's a good boost to the confidence when you defend a penalty corner well.
Well, they've done it twice now, the Falcons, in the first 10 minutes. This is Hull. Sneaking down that left edge is White-O Hunter. She's still on the ball here. And Cotter couldn't get it. Away comes Jakes, and this is good work. She's got good pace. Well, as we suspected, it's been a pretty even game so far.
Yeah, both teams have had a few opportunities. Both had quite a bit of possession, and you can see both teams are trying to move the ball around, shift the point of attack, drop it back, which is good to see.
Ali Hunt. It's good control by Robinson. Just dishes it off to Davey. There's Whitelock. Not much goes past Kayla Whitelock.
No. It'll be either the ball or the player, but never both with Kayla. and probably a few of those other Falcons defenders too. They're defending with a lot of numbers as well. They've often got 9 or 10 players back there, so it's going to be pretty difficult for the Mavericks to break down that defence.
Well, Roberts' pass wasn't on the money there, so the Mavericks will get the ball back. Players thick and fast coming on as Kim Tanner plays it forward. Her target was Jakes. Umpire not impressed that time, Sam.
Kayla getting a little bit frustrated there. She likes to just be able to take the ball and go, so she wouldn't have liked to be slowed down, that's for sure.
Mavericks coming out of their own end here through Lydia Woods. Also out there now is Maddie Dow. And Tanner switches to the left this time. Good pressure coming in here from Shannon for the Falcons. And other teammates as well. It's good work crowding that player coming through. And Emma Rainey did well. This is Ralph. And away goes Smith. Kelsey Smith. Right down the baseline. That one's just nudged the foot there of that player, Lydia Woods.
It was a nice early turnover from the Falcons. You can see they're just waiting for the ball to go to the sideline and then using their outside strikers to put a lot of pressure on the ball and ask for that turnover.
Kelsey Smith. Just hoping that it might hit another Mavericks foot, so she could get the ball back. Wasn't to be on that occasion. And now Kim Tanner can build from the back again. 35 games for the Vantage Black Sticks. For her, White. Nicely controlled there by Maddie Dow. And that's Robinson. Just looking for that nice little touch. Falcons back in possession. Logan. Still being pressured by Amy Robinson.
Yeah, good little contest there between Amy Robinson and Logan. They were able to steal the ball off each other back and forth, so good little matchups all over the park.
Well, both teams' defences are going pretty well, Sam.
Yeah, I think both pretty solid, and you know, got Megan Howell sort of holding the Falcons together back there, and the likes of Kim Tanner and Liz Thompson holding that Mavericks defence together. So again, it's going to be quite tough for each team to get those attacking opportunities. So I think when they do, they're going to need to be really clinical.
Roberts. Let's try to go past that defender, or the player Alex Lucan for the Mavericks. Wasn't controlled by Baker, but she has it again. Falcons will keep possession. And now coming forward is Kiriana White-O Hunter. She still will get another chance. Ready up in the circle. Also Shannon. Haven't seen her involved too much so far, although just as I say that, she's on the ball. But she had her back to the goal and couldn't turn. And now Hull. Out to the left this time. Oh, that's a timely stick from Amy Robinson.
Yeah, Mavericks just making it difficult for the Falcons to get into their circle. They're protecting the edge really nicely.
Hull. Will she crash it in? Roberts, a full stretch to get that one. Hull again. There goes the crash. And Shannon unable to get the deflection in the dying seconds of the first quarter. So no goals. It's been pretty much a stalemate between these two teams. Central Falcons and the Hauraki Mavericks, 0-0. Yeah, it feels tight this game, Sam, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a pretty even contest, I think. Neither team has had too many opportunities, although the Mavericks have won a few penalty corners, so maybe have created a little more than the Falcons have. But again, I expect as both teams sort of settle into the game, they'll start to hit their stride a little bit, make those connections going forward a bit more, and we'll probably see a few more opportunities pop up as the game goes on.
Well, Mavericks coach is Mark Borges. What do you think he should be? What do you think his key messaging should be right now?
I think for the Mavericks, their play from the back is really nice. It's similar to the Alpine. It's just as they get into that attacking third, just ensuring that they've got those options to be able to connect, trap the ball and make good decisions going into the circle so that they can start to create those opportunities.
Well, they certainly feel like they're warming into their work now. And what are the Falcons coached, of course, by Darren Smith, the Black Sticks men's coach. And he's got the whiteboard out, which is always a big sign. I don't know if it's a big sign of trouble, but he's warning and trying to be very clear with his instructions at the moment.
Yeah, always clear as Darren with his messaging, and I think it'll just be about trying to create more opportunities for players like Kelsey, like Olivia to get the ball. I think the Mavericks are doing a pretty good job at marking them, so that making it quite difficult for them to receive it. So it'll just be about the way that the other players move around them so that they can feed those key players the ball a little bit more.
So 0-0 it is between the Mavericks and the Falcons after the first quarter. Hope you're enjoying our coverage. Don't forget, next Thursday, well, this coming Thursday, we'll be back here at the Gallagher Hockey Centre here in Hamilton for the start of the Men's Premier Hockey League for 2020. All of the best players playing in that competition in New Zealand. So looking forward to seeing that contest underway. But in the meantime, we've got Curtis doing a gymnastics move there.
Very graceful landing from Shayla.
Yeah. Well, the judges would have scored that one. Here's King playing it back. And now Tanner. Whoops, that's not gone to plan, and Shannon's on it. Dishes it back to Whitelock. He's playing a bit higher up the field in the second quarter.
Yeah, I think they'll look to get her more involved in that attack. She's a good feeder of the ball, so if they can get her higher and start to feed the likes of Hope and Olivia, I think they'll start to create a little bit more.
Now Robinson's got to get the afterburners going. It's funny, those ones, you always feel like the player's going to catch the ball. Those ones, Sam, they never do.
I know, and I think if anyone was going to catch it, it would be Amy, coming from her athletics background. She gave it a good crack.
Well, great interception from Jakes, and now in comes Lucan. Gives it out to Taylor White, but the Mavericks will get the ball back. Taylor White debuting for New Zealand earlier this year, before lockdown. Playing 5 games. Good to see her out here for the Mavericks. Kim Tanner. Whoops, Cam Tanner hasn't controlled that one. And Curtis.
Shayla nearly away with that one. I think Kim will be happy she got that final little touch.
Smith plays it forward. Shannon. Oh, that's nudged off Hunt's stick, so it's going to be Falcons ball in an attacking position, and it's taken quickly by Ralph. Hunt, though, trying to make up for that slight error by dispossessing her opponent, and she's done that. Hope Ralph, good little player. 8 games for New Zealand, also debuting earlier this year, Sam, and scoring 2 goals against Argentina. Now, umpire again wanting the ball taken from the correct position.
Yeah, just making sure that the game's being played as it should be. Yeah, Hope Ralph, she's been someone who's just come such a long way in the last year. She's an exciting player and combines really well with pretty much whoever she plays with. So I'm looking forward to seeing how she continues to progress. She's super nuggety, got that good skill set, and super fast player as well, which is always fantastic.
That's Hull playing it forward. There's the deflection into the circle. Thompson on it though. Oh, it's been turned over. Shannon with those silky skills, almost getting into a position to have a shot, but Julia King comes away with it.
Yeah, great composure there from Julia. It's not an easy position to be in with a couple of Falcons around her, so she's done well to get out of that.
Oh yeah, and she belted it away, but it's been taken away by the Falcons again. There's Shannon, into the centre she goes, and Thompson deflects it away right into the path here of Tuilotalava. And this could open up for the Mavericks, but gee, the Falcons got back fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. Play on's the call. And look, safety in numbers at the back there, Sam.
Yeah, they're not making it easy, are they? You kind of thought it was an outnumbered situation for the Mavericks, but very quickly had those Falcons players defending. So that's the kind of effort and determination you want to see from these girls out here today. So it's good to see from those Falcon girls to get back quickly.
Hull. Downfield it goes again. Cotter couldn't control that one. There's a good crowd here too, isn't there? Enjoying these games. Yeah,
it's nice to see everyone out here enjoying hockey. I imagine it's been a little while. They might have got some club hockey in, but a while since they've been able to enjoy hockey of this level. So it's great to see so many people here today.
And we hope you're enjoying it at home as well, wherever you're watching this game. I know there's been some people overseas having a look at these games as well. Which of course is streamed on the Sky Sport Next YouTube channel. Liz Thompson coming forward. Yeah, you're getting some feedback from overseas, aren't you, Sam?
Yeah, it might be some of those opposition players and coaches maybe just having a little look, seeing what's going on down here in New Zealand.
Yeah, they're probably a little jealous that we're actually getting some hockey played here, because it's of course tough days all over the world at the moment with all sport.
Oh, absolutely. I know that Europe started playing the Pro League a few weeks ago, but they've had to put that on hold again. So just when they thought they were back into it, it's sort of been taken away from them again. So it's really fantastic for these girls that they are able to get these games after a few tries of a few different dates. We're finally here playing, which is awesome.
Oh, what a great pass from Liz Thompson to Amy Robinson. Robinson flicking itself for herself in the circle. This could be dangerous. There goes the save from Kelly Carline, who's out there keeping at the moment, the under-21s keeper. Good stop from her. Now King, what a wonderful turn. King coming forward in space. But it comes to nothing. So the Falcons, after getting a bit of pressure, able to come out of that one. So if you are watching overseas and you have Kiwi connections, kia ora. Hope you're enjoying the games. And we've got some good hockey being played across all of these 4 teams in Hull. Size that one forward now, just deflected a smidgen off a Mavericks stick. So it's going to be Falcons ball again. 6 minutes gone in this second quarter. Still deadlocked as Roberts plays it forward. Rainey couldn't keep it in, but they'll get the ball back. Hull, they switch the point of the attack to the other side. Target for that one was McIntyre. And now Hunt. Yeah, free hit seemed inevitable there against the Falcons.
Yeah, Ali Hunt's done well there. Neither team really allowing either side to get attacking opportunities at the moment. Both teams defensively making it really difficult.
Yep, everything's organised at the back from both teams. King, that's good control. Plays it off the forehand side, and Jakes is flying upfield now. Tuilotalava on the left. Amy Robinson, and also up front is Catley.
Yeah, great play there from Alia, just breaking through the middle. She's very fast and very skillful, so good to see her have the space to be able to break into there.
Good composure from Hull there. Just see her teammate free. That's Ruby Logan. And the Falcons getting out of trouble again. Thompson over to Marlowe. And this is Zylstra coming forward. She still has it. Well, it's just come off her foot. And Falcons get the ball back through Hope Ralph. Good tackle coming in from Amelia Marlowe. Kayla Whitelock doesn't let many players go past her, does she?
No, again, no, it'll either be the ball or the player, but never both. So she's pretty tight in the middle there. It's not often you get past her.
She gave a good ball to McIntyre too to chase. Mavericks take it quickly. White. Robinson. Good tackle there from Emma Rainey, Wanganui player. Now, former New Zealand under-21s player as well. It's great to see not only numerous Black Sticks players playing, but a lot of under-21 and development players filling out the teams too, Sam.
Yeah, it's great to see them in this sort of format and, you know, be able to put their hand up for selection. Obviously, the New Zealand Black Sticks side selected after the Premier League, so it's great to see, you know, that young talent that's out there and those players that are coming through. It's been a good contest between the players so far.
Thompson. Clash of sticks. But Lydia Woods got out of it okay. Now the Mavericks get a build from the back. There's a lovely touch there from number 15 Marlowe, and now the Mavericks into the circle. Robinson trying to create something.
Yeah, great turn of pace there from Taryn just to combine with Amy, and probably unlucky not to win a penalty corner on that baseline. That's kind of the thing you're aiming for there when you're stuck on the baseline.
Marlowe. Again, just happy to feed Tanner at the back again. Now they pull the trigger, do they? Lucan. Davey couldn't get a touch on that one.
Yeah, you can see the way the Falcons are pressing again. They're not really putting too much pressure on those fullbacks, but just waiting for it to go wide, and then their outside strikers are putting a lot of pressure on those wing halves. So obviously a tactic that Darren has thought will work well against the Mavericks today.
Addie Dow in possession for the Mavericks. Tanner sweeps it to Lucan. Pass from White. That left side attack's been pretty good from the Mavericks in this game so far. Will they go that direction again? Kim Tanner. Marlowe. Again. Positioning of these defenders from the Falcons making it very difficult. It's creating uncertainty in possession for the Mavericks at the moment.
Yeah, those outside strikers are causing the Mavericks a few problems, and they're making some good turnovers in that press.
Now Olivia Shannon right in the corner. Tanner got the timing of that one right.
Yeah, great tackle from Kim there. Olivia Shannon's a highly skilled striker, so she's done well there to make that tackle.
Great pass. Now Jake's coming forward. Oh, timely stick there. There were appeals there that maybe Jake's didn't take it from the right spot.
Yep.
Now Curtis comes forward. Shannon's inside. Shannon, can she get front on here and have a shot? Oh, good defence. I think Tanner got a timely stick on that one. Now Curtis coming into the circle. Trying to feed a teammate was Rainey, but again, it's the Mavericks who come away with it.
Yeah, the Falcons will be disappointed there not to create an opportunity, you know, shot at goal or try and win a PC. Saw some really nice 3D skills there from Michaela. She's really comfortable at carrying the ball in the air, and it typically makes it quite difficult for defenders to tackle her, so we'll look to see a little bit more of that from her.
Thompson on the ball here for the Mavericks. Still no score with 3 to play. Get a feeling maybe a goal might be the ice, or that cracks the ice open, and that might be all it needs in this game. It feels very tense and tight, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it might just start to shift the momentum a little bit. You wouldn't really say that either team's had the swing of things. Maybe Mavericks have had a little bit more possession than the Falcons, but I think whoever scores first, it'll be quite crucial in terms of how the game pans out from there.
Yeah, neither team wants to give an inch at the moment. There's Hull going aerial, but it'll be Mavericks ball. Yes, apart from those two penalty corners, there's been very few opportunities for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, the Mavericks had that one there from Amy Robinson, but a great save from the keeper to keep it out. So not a whole lot of opportunities from each team.
King, nice fake there. Tuilotalava, back to King again. And now Tanner. Thompson way on this right here. There's a one-toucher from Liz Thompson, but it's nicely anticipated by Kelsey Smith. And she feeds Reedy. Felicity Reedy on the ball. Shannon in front of her. And it's gone against Reedy this time. She just got tangled up slightly there.
Yeah, we've seen a few players when they break through the middle, the ball just running away from their stick ever so slightly, and it just gives the defender an opportunity to make that tackle. So if those players who break through the middle can just hold it a little bit closer to their stick, maybe slow down a bit, look for an option, I think we'll see a little bit more start to open up.
Roberts back out there now for the Falcons. Hull. Back to Roberts. And Hull again. Whitelock not on the field at the moment, just having a breather. As Roberts settles it down. Quite patient play again from the Falcons. Coming across field there was Ruby Logan. Nice pass into White-O Hunter, but she's lost the ball, and away come the Mavericks again.
Yeah, just the quality of that last pass. Really nice build-up from the Falcons, but just that ball being a little bit behind that attacking player means that she's not able to flow forward from it. So just lacks a little bit of that finesse in that final touch.
Mavericks right on halfway. Liz Thompson coming forward to take it. King. Off to Tanner. Nice from Julia King. Tanner. Curtis beaten that time, but that will be half-time. So again, pretty much a replica of the first quarter. Very evenly matched teams here over these two quarters here at Hamilton. And it's 0-0 between the Hauraki Mavericks and the Central Falcons.
A new home is one of life's great adventures. Sentinel will help you enjoy the journey. Sentinel Homes. Design, build, enjoy.
Introducing the new Ford Escape with the Ford Assured Future Value Finance offer. Simply pick your payment plan and at the end of the term, choose if you want to keep your Ford Escape, return your Ford Escape, or upgrade to a new Ford. Easy. Ford. Bring on tomorrow.
We need our parents to be more supportive
so we can go out there and have some fun.
We're on a mission to find some of our most famous sport parents.
To give our parents some helpful advice.
So do you think you'll be able to help us out?
Absolutely. When I played sport, it was all about having fun.
Talk about the effort they win and not about the fact that they won the game.
Try and encourage our kids to get involved in as many sports as possible.
We want to build kind, strong, resilient athletes.
They see and watch your behaviour all the time. They see everything.
You know, don't pressurise them and trying to make them improve too quickly.
Kids coming in with a lot of overtraining injuries.
They're not supposed to know how to have the winning mindset at the age of 12.
If they come off that field or come off that court with a smile on their face, then I'm a happy man.
We came up with 10 golden rules
for being an awesome sport parent.
To check them out, go to besportive.kiwi.
So, Egypt, exciting.
It's been my lifelong dream to see the sunrise over the pyramids. Oh, it's silly, really.
Not at all. The room, it must be 502.
How about that? Shake, rattle, and roll.
Well, here we are at the Gallagher Hockey Centre, half-time in the match between the Central Falcons and the Hauraki Mavericks. It's 0-0. Darren Smith, the coach of the Central Falcons. Darren, thanks for joining us. What's your assessment of the first half from your team?
I actually think it's been quite a patterned game. I am enjoying how the Mavericks are holding the ball and using their defensive midfielders. How we negate that and put pressure on them is going to set the tone for the second half. If we can just upset them a little bit in there, get a bit of counter, I think there's a few goals in this game.
What are your tactics for the second half?
And then you're turning the ball over. Once you turn it over.
Coach of the Central Falcons, it is half-time here. It is 0-0, and we're looking forward to the second half starting in just a moment. Real stalemate. Two very defensively organised teams. Now, don't forget, this game, when it concludes today, will finish the women's first round of action. And then we're into the men's competition, which starts this Thursday. Looking forward to the men being in action. And our first game at 5 o'clock. Best men in action over the next month as well. And by this time next week, we'll have the first round of the men's competition done. So it's going to be great to see the men in action, along with the women, of course, who will be sitting next week out, but preparing to be back in action for the following week for round number 2, before we build to the finals coming up later this month. Played. Sprinklers are out working. And the Hauraki exactly the same as the Falcons, Sam Charlton. Let's have a look at the highlights of the first half. Just the 2 penalty corners. And that's earlier, in fact. That's the Alpiners. Yeah, the highlights of the Alpiners game against the Tridents. If you did miss this game, it was actually a really good game, wasn't it? 4-1 it was in the end. And that was a great little deflection down a fine leg from Catherine Moffat.
Yeah, the Tridents had some really great defensive penalty corner skills there, and I think that's probably what kept them in it, to be honest. It was a tight game, but the Tridents were able to score a few goals and keep them out down the other end.
Yes, indeed. So that was that game. 4-1 it ended up being to the Tridents. In this game, it's 0-0, and Darren Smith keen to press when the Mavericks are in possession. That was his key messaging for his team in the second half. But I was just thinking, I wonder what the tactics of the Mavericks should be in the second half. Maybe something similar?
Yeah, I think so. I think they've got, again, nice build-up around the back. They play in their, centre midfielders and inside forwards quite well, but just lacking a little bit of that connection going forwards. Maybe just changing the way they enter the circle, not trying to keep doing the same thing, which currently the Falcons are able to break down quite easily.
All right, so the Hauraki Mavericks and the Central Falcons 0-0, and the Tridents look like they'll be at the top of the table, heading into the second round robin, which starts in 2 weeks with 2 wins and a draw. Although the Falcons can join them if they can get a win here, Sam. It's really hard to pick a winner, though, based on what we've seen in the first 30 minutes of play.
Yeah, a bit of a stalemate. I think it's anyone's game. It'll be interesting to see if the tactics do slightly change, if the sort of energy of the game and the flow of the game starts to swing one way. But in the first 2 quarters, we haven't seen a whole lot of attacking opportunities from either team. But I would say that's also down to the strong defensive units that both teams have out there today. I don't think either side is making it very easy for the other team to create anything.
That's right. They've been very hard to crack, and that's a great credit to players like Liz Thompson, Kim Tanner for the Mavericks, and of course Kayla Whitelock, Megan Hull at the back for the Central Falcons. In fact, all the defenders in this game are playing very well.
Yeah, absolutely. They're not making it easy for any of the attackers to get into the game, so it'll be interesting to see how both teams try and play in their attacking players, how the Falcons try and use the Hope Ralphs, the Olivia Shannons, how the Mavericks start to play in the likes of Alia and Amy Robinson. So we'll see what they change going into this third quarter.
All right, and the win, of course, if the Mavericks can pinch the win here to go to 2 wins and a loss, they'll be right back in the hunt for a final spot. And who would have thought that after they lost the first game 5-0 against the Tridents?
Yeah, slow start, but we always learn a lot from a loss, so they obviously worked on those things that didn't quite work in that first game.
Yeah, sometimes you learn more from a loss than a victory, as you well know.
Yes, absolutely.
Slow starters, don't discount them.
No.
Mavericks underway with the ball in the second half. If you were just watching for the first time this Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League, the Central Falcons in the black and the gold, they're in possession at the moment. And this is Aniwaka Roberts as she fires a great pass down to Kiriana Wado Hunter. Now Hope Ralph on the edge of the circle. The tackle there from Hunts. Wado Hunter, the capital player, gives it to Caitlin Cotter. There's a dangerous ball in, and Thompson forced to scramble it out.
Yeah, as you can see, she's a bit stressed by that one, but she's done well to keep it out, especially with those strikers lurking in behind her.
Maybe she was a touch surprised it even got that far.
I think you might be right. She looked a bit surprised after she deflected that one out. I think she was a bit shocked it even hit her stick.
Exactly. All of a sudden she goes, oh my goodness, here's the ball right at my stick. Here's Roberts with some slick tricks close to the circle.
Yeah, she's a skillful player, Aniwaka Roberts. She's got nice slick skills and drag, so she can use them around the edge of the circle. I think she'll really help the Falcons to create something in there.
Hull pressured by Amy Robinson. Falcons retreating. Here's Kiriana Wado Hunter again, getting tangled up with Sophie Morrison. Morrison, one of the players from Northland, that's in this team, but currently studying at the University of Waikato. Downfield it goes, but that's taken away by Curtis. Thompson, right there to apply pressure. Into the circle it comes. And again, it's Lucan who gets the ball clear. Alex Lucan, another Waikato player. Curtis couldn't find Kelsey Smith. So the Falcons enjoying some territory early in this second half. Roberts. Oh, it's taken away. The Mavericks have a chance to build forward here. No whistle. Whoa, in fact, a late call there. And it will be ball to the Falcons. There goes Whitelock. Oh! She played a beautiful ball into Cotter, who was open for the deflection there, Sam.
Yeah, she's at her best, Kayla, when she's, got the ball moving forward, head up, and able to find those passes. Unfortunate for Caitlin there. She'll be disappointed not to get that touch, but good early signs from the Falcons. They've had a bit of attacking position here, so starting to create a little bit more.
Thompson. King plays it forward. This is looking better. Jakes needs to control this right by the baseline. She's done a brilliant job into the circle. Penalty corner. Fabulous.
Yeah, really nice there by Alia. She didn't have a lot of options, not many other Maverick strikers around, so she had to use her skills to win a PC there, so she's done really well.
Well, this is the third penalty corner for the Mavericks. So the headgear goes on.
It'll be interesting to see what they do here. We know the Mavericks have used a lot of variations, have tried to hit some of those deflectors running, particularly on the left-hand side. So maybe they'll switch it up and go to the right. Maybe they'll use Julia in behind for a reverse shot.
Well, they haven't used Julia, and Julia King, number 6, scored from a reverse stick shot inside the off a penalty corner yesterday. Now Hunt's going to have another crack. Saved by the keeper. Oh, the deflection's gone in. Yes! Winning 3 or 4 touches. Let's see who's got the goal. Might be Morrison who's coming off.
Yeah, great work. I think that was Sophie Morrison that eventually followed that one in, but also great work by Ellie Hunt at the top of the circle. She went to drop it back to Julia King, but she could see that first runner coming through, so just used a little bit of deception to take it the other way.
Wow. Who got the touch? I think it was Morrison, wasn't it?
I think you're right there. Alia Jacques having a go at it as well, but
yes, it was Morrison. So Sophie Morrison gets the goal. So congratulations to her, 20-year-old from Northland, and the vital goal that could be critical to the outcome of the game, Sam.
Yeah, just nipping it over the line there. We've seen a few goals like that. We saw Kirsten Pearce do that earlier for the Tridents as well. Just follow it in and nip it over the line. So you need those people who are hungry around the goal mouth just to make sure that the ball goes in.
Thompson brings it forward. Into the circle it comes again. And that's great skill from Hull.
It's always interesting to see when a goal like that sort of breaks a deadlock and how the momentum starts to shift. I think it'll give the Mavericks a little bit of confidence. You might see them run a bit harder, press a bit higher, but equally see what it does to the Falcons as well. They might come out with a little bit more aggression in this next little bit.
Whitelock coming away with it for the Falcons. Just slow it down a tad. Roberts, Kayla Whitelock, and Hull. That's Hunt. Composed at the back. Tanner, now Thompson. Well, the Falcons did come back from 2-0 down yesterday to draw against the Tridents. So I don't think they'll be dropping their heads just yet, Sam.
No, and I think sometimes when you concede a goal like that after a period, it's sort of the spur that you need. It might make them, run a bit harder, want the ball a little bit more, and might force them to be a little bit more clinical with their opportunities.
Now, Kayla Whitelock has won a free hit right on the edge of the circle. A lot of traffic in the circle, and that deflection was being looked for again. Curtis had snuck past her stick, also snuck past the stick of Jenna Ray McIntyre. So the Mavericks keep the 0 when it comes to defence, and Amy Robinson. Well, she got tangled up in some sticks there. Yeah. Amy Robinson.
It can happen when you're running at full speed and you've got 2 defenders chasing you. It sometimes end up in a bit of a tangle, so she's done well to come out of that.
And she's as good as gold too, Amy Robinson.
Yeah, again, another one that takes quite a lot to get her off the field. She's sustained many blows to the head and face over the time, so a little tumble won't be much bother to her.
Right through the legs of that Mavericks player, but Ellie Hunt She's having a solid game at the back, isn't she, for the Mavericks?
Yeah, made a lot of intercepts, particularly in this last 5 minutes, quite crucial ones, and then her composure then to win a free hit like she has done there and just set up the attack again.
Julia King in that defensive line today. She also likes to play higher up the field too, Sam. Interesting to see her back there today.
Yeah, she's got the skill set to sort of play anywhere from that sort of centre half position back and sometimes in the midfield. She's really diverse. She's able to carry the ball but also makes fantastic passes. You'll see her sometimes hit the ball from one corner to the other corner on her backhand and see a pass that no one else even saw coming. So it's good to see her float through those different roles and be able to use her different skill sets.
1-0 is the score. Sophie Morrison, the goal scorer in this quarter. Cardi out there now wearing 3 for the Falcons. Tuilotalava, that's good skills. Look at her create space, not only for herself, but a couple of teammates there.
Yeah, lovely when you can break in field and find those help side players where there aren't a lot of Falcons players around. It's well done from Lulu.
Falcons, though, have adjusted. In the end, that doesn't come to much for the Mavericks. Hunt down the centre this time. Nice pass to Zylstra, and a good run back into the centre.
Yeah, she's been busy these last couple of minutes, Zylstra has. She's kind of getting herself into the game a bit more, which is good to see. Good to see some of these younger players starting to step up a little bit more.
Well, the Mavericks holding the ball a bit more, I was just about to say, and the moment I thought it, it's been turned over. And there's a ball for McIntyre to chase. Taken quickly here by Baker. Baker with a reverse stick. And it's deflected away by Grace O'Hanlon.
Yeah, great save by Grace and really nice by Baker just to take it quickly. You can see that, she takes it with that speed and is able to get a shot away in the circle, and that's exactly what you want.
Whitelock over the ball here. Hull. Roberts. Megan Hull again. McCarty with a good touch for Hope Ralph. And that's going to be a green card against Hope Ralph. Off she goes 2 minutes. Doesn't agree with the decision, but what player ever does when they're sin bin?
No, I don't think you often agree with the umpire when they card you, but you run off and you do your time.
So just a couple of minutes off the field there for Hope Ralph. Now the Mavericks downfield, they come through Catley into the circle. Falcons have got to clear this effectively, and Whitelock just let that one go past her. Clever play from her.
Yeah, she knows exactly who's in behind her, has that great awareness of those other players around her.
Shannon comes downfield. Cotter makes a run, but is not used on that attacking play. And Whitelock had come forward. Shannon disappointed she didn't make more of that one.
Yeah, great run from Olivia. Really nice to break in field and open up those angles. And I think if they start to connect with that last pass, they'll be pretty dangerous going into the circle.
So, numerical advantage at the moment again for the Mavericks. Falcons down to 10 with that green card to Ralph. Tanner back out there now for the Mavericks. This is Ruby Logan. Rather, is Lydia Woods. Now Tanner gives it to Lucan. Just happy to knock it around at the back at the moment, Sam. And now the play goes forward to Catley.
Yeah, quite smart play there from the Mavericks. They obviously know the Falcons have one less striker, so just sort of waiting, moving the ball around and waiting for a gap to open up.
King back out there now. Roberts has intercepted the ball. Whitelock. Clash of bodies. And it's gone against the Mavericks. Well, it's gone against the Falcons in the end.
Yeah, not thrilled with the decision with the Falcons, but that's hockey. Sometimes, decisions made. You just got to get on with it, because the game happens pretty quickly if you stand around.
Falcons are back to their full complement of 11 players again. And the Mavericks looking for a PC maybe. As the ball dangerously played into the circle, the keeper can see to penalty corner.
Yeah, lovely piece of skill there from Lulu. She was able to just nip the ball up, and had she been able to get a shot away, I think she would have had a pretty good crack at the goal there.
So, Georgia Barnett. Good aggressive play from goalkeepers. You just got to be decisive if you're a keeper, don't you, Sam?
Yeah, you're either in your goal or you're out. You're not in between. So, I mean, Georgia's done pretty well there. It's unfortunate that she's given away a PC, but had she stayed in her goal, probably would have given Lulu a pretty good shot. So she's done reasonably well there, I think.
Well, the Mavericks starting to look good from these penalty corners. Thompson's going to have a crack this time. Deflected just away.
Yeah, good first running there from Olivia Shannon. We've seen some great first running lines from a lot of the teams, so it's good to see that skill being well executed.
Well, it's fallen into the stick of a Falcons player, Megan Hull. Comes away. So 1-0 with 3 to go until three-quarter time. It's a very tight match. Hull. Whitelock. Being pressured there by Alex Lucan. Roberts. Again, the Falcons a little indecisive as to when to play it forward, Sam.
Yeah, and I think the Mavericks making it difficult for them. They're really trying to pressure them to one side, keep them to one side of the field, and they're doing a pretty good job of that so far. So the Falcons will need to think of a different way, I suppose, to break up that Mavericks press.
Thompson. Goes high, but Whitelock controls it nicely and makes a run. Kayla Whitelock. Where's that going to end up? Into some legs. Reedy into the circle. Penalty corner. First one for the Falcons in the game.
Yeah, good strength on the ball there from Fliss Reedy. You can just see the way when Kayla received the ball, she's just able to cut it across that defender's line, something she's really fantastic at, and it just gives her the opportunity to make that pass forward.
Well, let's see what they can cook up here. Yes, Reedy appealing for the penalty corner. So, Curtis delivering for the Falcons. Hull up there. I have a feeling Hull scored from a penalty corner yesterday against the Tridents from memory.
Yeah, she's got a strong sweep on her.
There goes Curtis giving it out to Roberts and Hull. Plan B is in action here, and it's Whitelock who's got another penalty corner. Just wasn't executed with the crispness they were looking for there, I don't think, Sam.
No, I think a little bit of a breakdown. Again, you have to be careful as a defence when you have one of those breakdown PCs, because it can sometimes be more difficult to defend. I think Alia Jacques has collected either the ball or the stick on her in there. So again, someone putting their body on the line.
Curtis delivers again. Roberts, this time Hull. Hull with the reverse stick. Has it gone in? No, it hasn't. Play on's the call. Another shot comes in. Scramble in front of the goal mouth. Stalemate almost there. And the Mavericks very happy, and so is the home crowd.
Yeah, tight bit of play there. Really nice shot from Megan Hull, and a good follow-up from the Falcons. They were trying in that 7-yard zone, had many strikers in there trying to get it past, but Mavericks defenders and Grace O'Hanlon able to keep it out.
A penalty corner's been given. We just saw the two umpires conferring there, Sam. A little unsure as to what happened.
Yeah, it's always good when they work together. You know, sometimes there's things that second umpire can see that first umpire can't, given there's, 15 odd people in the circle. So good to see them working together and make that call.
Well, it was a real scramble for the ball there. But in the end, the Falcons get the call. So third straight penalty corner for them. Let's see if they can execute this one. Curtis delivers again to Roberts. Hull is going to go direct for goal. Whitelock. Waits, there goes the cross, but it's taken away by Kim Tanner. Cotter takes it quickly. Now Reedy sweeps it. It's been raised into the area. And the threat has been repelled by the Mavericks. They'll be very relieved to come out of what's been a pretty testing couple of minutes.
Yeah, tight period of play there, and Falcons had a couple of opportunities. I think they'll be disappointed, particularly before the end of that, the end of the third quarter, not to put one away. So disappointing for them.
Yes, we're inside the last minute now. Just the one goal in the contest to Sophie Morrison earlier in this quarter. Nothing between these two teams at the half. Now King. Nice. Julia King. Good hold of possession here for the Mavericks. Back into midfield comes the Mavericks, and now Thompson. That one came back pretty fast to her, but she controlled it beautifully. And that will do it. The Mavericks very happy to just soak up a bit more time near the end of that quarter and repel that intense period. So 1-0 as we head into the fourth quarter. Well, there's still a lot of hockey to be played, Sam.
Yeah, 15 minutes is a very long period of time, and anything can happen, I think. It's been a pretty tight game with only one goal in it, but I'd say credit to both the defensive units. I think both teams have defended really well and haven't allowed a lot of opportunities, which is why we haven't seen a huge number of penalty corners or all goal-scoring opportunities. So both defensive units doing really well.
So Sophie Morrison getting the goal, but that team there, the Mavericks, know they've still got 15 minutes of hard yakka to come if they want to win this game. So let's have a look at this again. And Hunt it was who had the crack, and there was an almighty scramble in there. Number 13 just on the right, a shot there, diving and getting the goal, the last touch.
Yeah, you always need someone in there who's hungry around the goal mouth. She's done really well just to really make sure that ball's gone in.
Well, I tell you what, really, it looks so easy on the replays when it's really slowed down like that. But you kind of look at Jake's missing that one and thinking, how on earth did she not get it? But you realise that ball's coming pretty fast at you.
Oh, and tough when the ball's in the air too. It just adds that other next element of difficulty. So, although she didn't quite get it on target, she got it going, towards the goal and gave Sophie the opportunity to tap it in.
So Sophie Morrison getting the goal and giving the Mavericks this 1-0 lead with 15 to play.
Let's put our hands together for the Central Falcons and the Hauraki Mavericks as they go into the fourth quarter.
Really interesting game, this one. Of course, we get excited by the high-scoring games with goals coming thick and fast, but this has been a really absorbing clash.
Yeah, I think this quarter will be an interesting one. It's always a good watch to see what a team does when they're a bit down, when they have to be a bit urgent. And 15 minutes can seem like a very long time when you're one goal ahead. You kind of just want the game to end. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see the approach that both teams take.
Well, Ralph back into the action after getting that green card in the last quarter. Now Thompson coming forward for the Mavericks. Robinson and Jake's there, and Megan Hull losing it. You don't see that too often.
No, great little contest there by Megan and Alia. They're two players that know each other very well.
And there is a yellow card. And the Falcons, that's not the start they were looking for in the final quarter of the game. And Megan Hull has been yellow carded.
No, and I mean, Megan holds that defence together really nicely. So the Falcons will need to make sure they try and keep it up their attacking end here.
So 5 minutes, I think it was, a 5-minute yellow card.
Yeah, 5 minutes, especially a long time when you're one goal down.
Absolutely. And Ralph, interesting to see how they approach this now. I mean, they are down a goal anyway, Sam. Will they just choose to shore up that defence, or will they just carry on? Well, there's Morrison hunting back really well, getting good support from Julia King. Ali Hunt coming forward. It's a good tackle coming in there from number 19, Emma Rainey.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of good contests all over the park. A lot of passion in the players too.
Here's Olivia Shannon.
Great to see.
Whitelock. But higher up the pitch on this play. Oh, it's past Liz Thompson's stick. Here's a chance for the Falcons. Saved. And it's play on. The Mavericks get out of it. And now Robinson's in the clear. Maybe Robinson. Morrison's on her left. Robinson tries to find Morrison. It's off the foot of a Falcons player and another penalty corner.
Yeah, well done from Amy Robinson there. She had Kelsey Smith chasing her at a very high speed, so she's done really well to get it past her and win a PC.
Well, that was a near thing for the Falcons. 2-on-1 situation just about, particularly when Robinson slipped that defender.
Yeah, really close to being a good goal scoring opportunity there, but Falcons just managing to break it up.
Yeah, Ruby Logan was back there, and also I think Georgia Barnett coming off her line to shut down the option of passing to Morrison as she was hunting her second goal. But they got the next best thing, Sam. Penalty corner. It's going to be Amy Robinson to deliver it. There's the trap, and it's going to be Hunt again, and it's saved by Barnett. Now can Shannon get rid of it? Oh, it's through a couple of sticks, but in the end, the Falcons survive. What's taken quickly, stolen again by the Mavericks. How did they get out of that? I think Robinson actually almost got in the way there.
Yeah, I think Falcons trying to get it going quickly. You can see that urgency, but just cut out by a Mavericks player, so almost ended up in the opposite opportunity for them.
Well, action thick and fast at the moment. Remember, all of this is taking place with the Falcons down one player, with Megan Hull sin-binned with a yellow card. Kelly, sneaky pass, that's good skills. Tackle coming in there, and aggressive play there from Taryn Davey. Baker. There's plenty of defenders there for the Mavericks, including Kim Tanner.
Yeah, great tackle from Kim there. Baker had some nice 3D skills, and it's not always easy to tackle the ball when the attacker has got it in the air.
Whitelock. Cotter. The Mavericks defended really well in this game. And Thompson's at her best when she's coming forward like that. She's all power and force.
Yeah,
very hard for anyone to take the ball off her.
Yeah, she's a great carrier of the ball. She carries it in a position where she always has her head up, so quite difficult to tackle because you know that if you get too close too soon, she'll just slip it in behind you to another player.
So just under 11 to play. Mavericks still leading 1-0 with Sophie Morrison, the goal scorer. Hunt. Baker it is, dispossessing Hunt, but she's got it back. Now, did that come off a Falcons player? It did. Still, Megan Hull sitting in the naughty chair just below us.
She'll be itching to get back on. She'll be counting down the seconds.
Thompson playing further up the pitch. And it's gone off her stick. So the Falcons will be in possession with just 10 minutes to go. Free hit goes against the Falcons. Tanner. Julia King. And Tanner. And Hunt. Again, very good defensive performances from all four teams today, particularly Tridents and the 2 here today in this game. Ticking along nicely, haven't they? As Tanner frees up a teammate. It's Jakes. There's a good pass and the reverse the cross. Oh! Tui Lotalava so close to a second goal. That would have been superb.
Yeah, great little cross in there from Bree Catley. Again, getting it just off the ground makes it so difficult for those defenders to trap. And yeah, Lulu will be disappointed she couldn't get that final touch, just coming off the keeper, Georgia Barnett there.
Oh, so close. So close. The Falcons will be thanking their lucky stars. And now there's an opportunity for them. This is Baker. Oh, good tackle. All the infringement just outside the circle. They're back to their full complement of 11 now. The Falcons. Baker again. Desperate to try and get a penalty corner. That's great defence, Sam.
Yeah, the Mavericks often having that second player available. So the attacker always has 2 defenders to try and beat, making it really difficult for them. So great defending by the Mavericks.
Whitelock takes it quickly. There goes the crash ball. The deflection hasn't gone to a Falcon stick.
Yeah, just bouncing over Fliss Reedy's stick there. That's I think the second time that's happened today.
That must have been so close.
Yeah, it must have only been inches away. Kayla, again, finding that player up high really nicely, but just that striker not quite able to get a touch on the ball.
Roberts. Switch the point of the attack to their left. Tuilotalova gives away the free hit again, and Curtis. Wado Hunter again. All the way back to the halfway comes Megan Hull. She's demanding some movement up the centre. Cut out by Julia King.
Again, Mavericks making it really tough for the Falcons to enter the circle there.
Hull is picked up nicely by Catley, and she's still going. And it's a good pass too. Nice move there from Zylstra. Good combination there between Zylstra and Catley.
Yeah, 2 of the younger players starting to combine nicely together. So again, good to see some of those younger players getting really stuck into this game.
Into the circle. Danger signs again. Second goal. No.
You're really unlucky. You can see Alia there just using those really nice 3D skills, but possibly a little bit high coming through, maybe above that shin pad height, so umpire just not quite allowing it.
Well, that was so close though. There was not much in that one, Sam.
No,
Very close. Hunt. Well, 6:15 to go. Still plenty of time in this game. Plenty of time for a second goal for the Mavericks, maybe one for the Falcons.
Yeah, absolutely. 6 minutes is a long time in hockey. A lot can happen in that time, but we are going to need to see the Falcons just start to penetrate the Mavericks' defence a little bit more, maybe break open through the middle or possibly enter the circle from a different position. They're happy to play it right back and trying to open up that space.
Probably worth mentioning too that if the Falcons do find an equaliser and it ends locked up, we do have penalty shootouts as Curtis controls that one. Now she's got a player inside there, but Curtis decides not to use her, and this time it's just gone off that Mavericks player's stick. So it's all on if the Falcons can get an equaliser. And if that happens, of course, that'll be the Falcons' second shootout in 2 days. Roberts, there she goes, looking for a deflection. Ralph. Nicely gathered, and Ralph has it back again. Ralph has a chance, and Kelsey Smith couldn't get it on target, Sam.
Great steal there from Hope Ralph. She turned the ball over in the attacking circle and was able to create that opportunity. Just used her body on the baseline too, which was really nice, and not quite opening up for the Falcons just yet, but really positive signs. You can see them start to create a little bit more going forward.
Hull. There's the deflection and the goal, and it's Hope Ralph. What a cracking strike.
Yeah.
And that tactic of playing it hard and on the grass, if you like, for the Falcons, results in the goal.
Absolutely, and I think that's just the Falcons biding their time, you know. They're not trying to whack it up the middle every single time. Megan Hull's finally found the opportunity, and really great timing from Hope Ralph. You can see that she starts behind that Mavericks defender and just right at that last minute jumps in front for a fantastic deflection. Pretty difficult for the keeper to stop, so really fantastic goal.
And now Ralph makes a tackle and is on the ball here, and she's got Cotter on her right. Here come the Falcons sweeping forward. And that was a timely stick interception because Curtis was lurking.
Yeah, Mavericks need to be careful here. I think a little bit of confidence will be boosted for the Falcons, and so we might start to see the momentum sort of swing their way.
Hope Ralph, that goal was her third of the competition. She's picked up 2 goals in the first game against the Alpiners. Leading scorer for the Falcons in this league so far. So 1-1 now with 3:20 to go. Are we going to have our second shootout?
Yeah, it really changes the game, doesn't it? You've seen the Mavericks sort of just holding on, and now they're in a position where they need to really push for a goal here.
Nice pass from Ralph back to Whitelock, and Cotter comes forward. 3, 4, 5, about 6 players behind the ball here for the Mavericks, and fortunately landed right onto the stick there of Julia King. What a tackle from Hull.
Great tackle from Megan Hull. Really nice timing just to steal the ball away from Alia there.
Smith feeds it to Logan. All of a sudden the momentum feels like it's shifted 180 degrees.
Yeah, it tends to happen in hockey, you know. There can be 5 minutes left in a game and a goal goes in for a team and it just completely changes it. So the Mavericks will need to change a little bit what they're doing here, start to go forward a little bit more rather than just sort of holding on to the ball and waiting for the game to end.
Tanner. I think the Mavericks just be happy to string some passes together.
Yeah, they've lost a little bit of that build-up in the last sort of 10 minutes or so.
Kelly, that one will go against her. And there's card. So Jessica Kelly, 2 minutes on the sideline for her. And that'll be the end of the game for her. It's just ticked over the last 2 minutes. So they'll be finishing the game with 10 players. King, what do you do if you're the Mavericks? You've got to pull the trigger, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to get players forward, overload one side. I think you can see the Mavericks trying to overload their right side, but not able to use that extra player at the moment.
Jakes is going really well at the moment. Another siding run near the edge of the circle.
Yeah, she's an exciting player, Alia. Great carrier of the ball again, as someone who uses those nice 3D skills, so gets the ball in the air and makes it super difficult for defenders to tackle her.
Bit of confusion as to who's in possession, but the Mavericks are going to get it.
It tends to get a little bit tense at this time of the game, particularly when it's 1-1, so you'll see players really fight for that position.
Tanner back to King inside the last minute. Thompson over on this left edge, and here is the Falcons in possession now. Oh, great steal. Megan Hull gives away the free hit. There's Lucan who's in there, and now Whitelock takes it quickly. She's lost it. King has it again. Last few seconds, Hull. Space in midfield, but that will be Mavericks' ball, and will they have time to get it back into the field of play? They will, but they've only got 20 seconds to get it downfield and score and win the game. Otherwise, we're going to a shootout. Thompson. Last 10 seconds. I think time might be against them. Thompson's got to take it super fast. Here's the crash ball. And that will be the end of the game. What a contest between these two. Nothing in it.
Yeah, and you can see a lot of the girls there on their knees at the moment. Obviously, all the players putting in a lot of effort, particularly in that last quarter. So great to see that out there.
So that means we're going to a shootout. Do you like shootouts, Sam?
I like watching them when they're not me. I typically have to take one, so Yeah, look, they're not my most favourite thing to do, but you have to learn to love them. Otherwise, if you go in, not so confident, they're never going to go that well for you.
Well, it's skill, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not just having that skill on the ball, but probably more the upstairs mental skills, I think, that come into it. Like you can be super nervous and you feel like the pressure of the team is riding on you, so you have to learn to just kind of relax and do what you do. And we practice them thousands of times in training, and it's no different really.
Well, what a game. Very tight. 1-1 the final score. Sophie Morrison getting the goal for the Mavericks in the third quarter, and Hope Ralph getting the Falcons goal. What was it, about 5 minutes to play, wasn't it?
Yeah, fantastic goal there from Hope and a great ball in from Megan. I think we didn't see a lot of attacking opportunities, but like we said earlier, credit to those defensive units. I think both teams defended really, really well, and it was why it was such a tight contest. So pretty good game overall.
And now the strategy of the penalty shootout. And how hard is it actually as a player, Sam, when you've just come off a pretty intense game of hockey, right, where you've given it all for 60 minutes and then you've got to switch your mind on to a penalty shootout?
Yeah, I mean, it can actually sometimes depend whether you're that team that, scored early or conceded quite late. So, for example, the Falcons, they were behind and they scored late in the game, so they'll have a lot of buzz about them, whereas if you're the Mavericks, you were 5 minutes away from winning the game and conceded a goal quite late, so it can be a bit disappointing going into those shootouts, so it can change your mindset slightly.
So let's have a look at the goals again. And this was Morrison latching on to one. See you just at the far post there, number 13 there, getting the last touch.
Yeah, great determination by Sophie there.
Jake's got close. You can see just here lurking there. And in the end, it ended up being the perfect pass, didn't it?
Exactly.
For Morrison. And then 5 minutes from time, the Falcons got the equaliser. And Hull crashes it in. And it was Ralph latching on and guiding it past the keeper.
Again, you can just see the timing of Hope Ralph here. She starts behind that Mavericks defender. And as Megan hits the ball, just jumps in front to get that deflection. Really good skill by her.
Yeah, so hard for the keeper to stop those ones. You have to have reactions like lightning. And even then you might not catch up with it. Yeah. Grace O'Hanlon is pretty decent tridents. And they actually got up in that shootout, didn't they, as well? They were 1-0 clear and then weren't able to score again. So it was two brilliantly taken attempts by Rose Tynan for the Tridents that got the extra point on the competition table.
Yeah, it was a pretty tight contest in that shootout, and maybe the Falcons have a slight advantage having had that shootout yesterday, a little bit of practice, but again, I imagine it'll be a pretty tight contest today, particularly with only 3 players taking them.
Indeed, it's a best-of-3 shootout, and if we're tied after the best-of-3, folks, we go to a sudden death situation. So it's nice and simple. The goalkeepers are all sorted. Georgia Barnett's going to do the job for the Central Falcons and Grace O'Hanlon for the Hauraki Mavericks. And they are very experienced keepers, both of them. And both have multiple games for the Vantage Black Sticks. So 2 very accomplished keepers, and it's going to be Liz Thompson who's going to take the first attempt for the Hauraki Mavericks. Who's the captain of the day. She's got 20 seconds. So that's the other beautiful dynamic in this. Don't mind me saying, Sam, not only have you got the keeper to beat, but you've got to beat the clock as well.
Yeah, you got that time pressure, so you can't take all the time in the world.
So here's Thompson with the first attempt. Up against Barnett, and Thompson! Very composed play.
Yeah, lovely there from Liz. Just put her back in between Georgia and the ball, and makes it really difficult for the goalkeeper when you do that.
So 1-0 in the shootout to the Mavericks. So good getting one on the board early. And now Olivia Shannon for the Falcons. She's great stick player, and she's got it too. Brilliant effort as she snuck it past Grace O'Hanlon.
Yeah, nice from Olivia Shannon there. She often puts it on her back stick and rips it into the roof, so she might have known that Grace would have known that, so she's just changed it up a little bit, which is awesome.
So 1-1, now it's Julia King. 123 games for New Zealand, very experienced player. Can she extend the lead for the Mavericks here? King. Oh yeah, she's wrong-footed the keeper beautifully there. Georgia Barnett just getting herself in a little bit of a pickle. And it's Julia King, 2-1.
Yeah, great work from Jules. Again, a player that loves a reverse. So you could see Georgia Barnett just cover that and then Jules bring it back on her forehand.
Now Kayla Whitelock. Pressure goes on. One of New Zealand's best ever. Here goes Whitelock. She's got it. Wow. 4 out of 4. How often do you see this, Sam?
Not often at all, especially against such high quality keepers. I think some great quality shootouts so far. Everyone just being composed on the ball, moving it away, getting it in.
Now the pressure ramps up even more. Alia Jakes now to keep this lead for the Mavericks. She's still got time on the clock and she can't do it with the time having expired. And that was a good stop there from Georgia Barnett.
Yeah, great save from Georgia. You could see Alia just trying to get it through the legs of the keeper, but Georgia did well just to close that one out and make sure that she closed down that second shot too.
So what this means now is Megan Hull has the opportunity here to win the shootout for the Falcons. If she can score, Megan Hull trying to fox and she's not able to do it.
Yeah, Grace O'Hanlon doing really well there, just staying in line with Megan, staying on her feet. Made a good save.
So once again, we're going to sudden death. I wonder if Megan just got a little bit too clever there. I should have let rip, but you know, it's always what if I did this, what if I did that?
Absolutely, and mind games against those keepers that you train against week in, week out.
Now Whitelock back for her second attempt. Of course, this is in the sudden death shootout. Whitelock. Uh-oh. Yeah, she got herself in trouble and the time's expired. Kayla Whitelock not able to get past Grace O'Hanlon, so now the Mavericks can win it. And Liz Thompson can win it for the Mavericks. Liz Thompson against Georgia Barnett. There it is. Thompson gets the extra point, wins the shootout, and the Mavericks get the job done. So they'll take 2 competition points, and the Falcons lose the shoot-off for a second straight day.
Yeah, disappointing for the Falcons, but Liz did really well there. Just kept her head up, lovely vision, made it look really easy, didn't she?
Well, she just, I don't know, she never seems to have had a pressured moment in her life the way she plays.
No.
She's got a wonderful composure. So there we are, folks, an entertaining game, an entertaining shootout with the Mavericks getting it. And we'll be back to wrap it up here from Hamilton in just a moment.
A new home is one of life's great adventures. Sentinel will help you enjoy the journey. Sentinel Homes. Design, build, enjoy.
How about that? Shake, rattle, and roll.
Well, welcome back to Hamilton. Just seen another thrilling shootout, haven't we, between the Central Falcons and the Hauraki Mavericks. We've got Hope Ralph with us from the Falcons. Hope, hard luck on not winning the shootout. I guess it would have been a nice icing on the cake if you managed to do it after fighting back into the game.
Yeah, it would have been nice. We haven't had much practice with them, but fought back. We are definitely a second half team, and we like to fight back, which is good.
Yeah, I guess a work on would be maybe replicating your second half game performances in the first half, eh?
Yeah, definitely. We sorted out a few things earlier in the game, which was quite good, which helped us in the second half and structure. And then fought right to the end and managed to get the draw.
Well, you got 3 goals in your 3 games so far, Hope, and you're playing alongside Kayla Whitelock. Tell me what it's like to play alongside one of the legends of New Zealand hockey.
It's so cool because, I've idolised her growing up. She's got so much knowledge and experience, and she helps us, me included, little tips all along the game. It's very special. Can't take it for granted, that's for sure. Good stuff, Hope. Well, we're enjoying watching you play, and you're playing well. So hard luck on not winning the shootout yesterday and today, but you guys are going all right. Good luck for the next round in a couple of weeks. Thank you.
Here we are, Hope Ralph, folks, from the Central Falcons. Grace O'Hanlon coming in, the keeper for the Hauraki Mavericks. Nice to have you, Grace. And shootouts are always fun for the keepers?
Well, fun for the crowd, I think, not so much for me, but, give the people what they want.
The Hauraki Mavericks started very slow in that first game. You got, pretty much thumped, if we want to be brutally honest, but things are going to plan now, do you feel?
Correct, yeah. I think we're quite a bitsy team from all over New Zealand. So we've got girls from Hamilton, Christchurch, Auckland. So I think the first game we really had to sort of fit those puzzle pieces together, but we're getting there and getting into flow. They've had better and better passages every single game, which is nice.
What do you think you're doing better now than you were in the first game?
Just connecting all over the field, trusting each other, trusting our game plan a little bit more. I think it was very one out in our first couple of games, and against obviously Auckland, who are, they're leading the pack by a ways. So, look, cobwebs are out, and I think everything will go much better next round. Good on you, Grace. Well, good to see you get the victory today, kind of, with that shootout win. All the best to you guys in the next couple of weeks as you prepare for round number 2. Thank you very much. You are Grace O'Hanlon there, the Vantage Black Sticks keeper, and also, of course, the keeper for the Hauraki Mavericks. So there we are. That's round 1 done of the Women's Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League, and it's Vantage to the Northern Tridents at the moment, who are undefeated at the moment, and they've got a nice lead over the other 3 teams as we head to round 2 in 2 weeks. So that's it for now, but we hope you can join us from Thursday, because Thursday, Saturday, Sunday next week we'll have the men's teams in action, and by this time next Sunday we'll be done with the first round, so we'll get a good guide on who will be dominant at the end of week number 1. So thanks for watching today, and we'll catch you on Thursday here on Sky Sport Next.
The Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League is proudly brought to you by Hockey New Zealand in association with Sentinel Homes, Vantage Windows and Doors, Computer Concepts Limited, Sky Sport, your home for hockey, and Sport New Zealand.